Next question is, what is the process and what are the steps of making an album?
Uh, I don't know about other people. I just know that with me, recording this project involved several steps. One was so you get this idea of a song in your head. Maybe you can't sleep at night, just a line you get or a phrase. And in my case, I sit down to the keyboard and I start fooling around with it. And maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, maybe even sometimes an hour later, I come up with a pretty good tune. And often the tune precedes the lyrics, and I want to make sure that the lyrics match the flavor of the tune. Once all that stuff is done, I get the folks together that are going to help with play with me, background folks that are going to help. We have a couple of rehearsals, prepare ourselves to go into the recording studio. We go into the studio and the engineer sets up the equipment. He lets us take a couple of practice runs through each song. We have a word of prayer and we go. We record once all of the songs are done, all 9 in this case of the songs that I put on the CD were completed. Then the engineer and I spent several hours in what's called a mixing process, in which we took, it was more of a balancing act. The drums are too loud, or the soprano, you can't hear her, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. But I discovered that there was a skill set that I did not have, and it involved what's called mastering. A gentleman here in Columbus, Ohio, who I had never met, was able to take the mixing material that I had done and master it, meaning he was able to clean up every place in the project that didn't sound quite right. A lot of fun. Then from the mixing, mastering process, we go to the actual company that is going to reproduce the project. I had to make a contact with that company, upload my tracks, including, I gotta say, the young lady who did most of our artwork. I never met her personally, but just described to her what it was that I wanted to do on the project. And God really blessed her, and she was able to effectively represent through her art what I feel was the idea or the set of ideas that were a part of this project. So from the beginning, which was just an idea, a note, a phrase, to the end of the project, which is what you're about to listen to, I must say, quite a lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs, but it was worth it. And I would recommend to anybody who's thinking about doing such a project, do it. Have a good one.